right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mantra Monday. Now, this is the second in a series that I'm calling Working on Inner Conditions. Last week we were talking about how, there were a lot of things happening in the world that made us mistrustful and suspicious of people's motives. And that there are times when that is warranted and times when that is something that other people are putting pressure on to make you paranoid and suspicious so that they can maintain a level of control over you. So this is a combination of recognizing how to take control of your own life and not letting others control you. This week we're going to look at an aspect that is similar. When you have people who are saying things that, if you actually looked at them closely, you would recognize as being absolute garbage. But there's a part of you that really wants to believe it. You may claim ignorance. You may buy in, or as they say, drink the Kool-Aid. That means living in a state of delusion as to what is reality. That's no way to live, okay? As they say in court, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You need to be grounded in reality. Living in magic cookie land does not make you immune to the repercussions and the responsibilities that happen as a result of what is happening around you. So you need to be conscious of the effects that your actions have on others and not think that you can do whatever you want and it doesn't have any repercussions to other people. You don't live by yourself on an island. The things that you do have ripple effects that affect other people. This is what happens when we live in a society. You're not a hermit living by yourself in a cave. The things you do cause reactions in other people. And if you willingly buy in to something that you really want to believe, even though if you actually stepped back, you could see that it was a whole pile of nothing burger, then you're living in a delusion. When there are people who cannot recognize the difference between fantasy and reality, they call that a mental illness. They recommend treatment. It could be paranoid delusion. It could be schizophrenia. It could be any number of mental illnesses. And those are serious things that should be addressed. Now, I want to be very careful about this. I'm not trying to minimize mental illness in any way. These are various serious things. But if you want to believe something that, if you actually dispassionately looked at it from your higher energetic mental plane, you would be able to see that this is absolute nonsense that you are believing, that goes against everything rational. If you believe that, there is a problem. And the problem is not with society, the problem is here. You have to look at yourself. You need to be honest. Not what you really, really wish was the case. What is truly the case. And there are plenty of people out there who are trying to, feed you this kind of garbage. You know, just because somebody puts a poison cup in front of you doesn't mean you have to drink it. Just like you don't have to step up to every fight that you're invited to. Okay? You have the right to go, I don't accept this. This is garbage. Why are you telling me this? This has no basis in reality. You are responsible for staying informed. So that's what the mantra that we're going to be working with today has to do with. Clearing yourself of ignorance and delusion. Now, as I said, all of these mantras work in the same format. They go Shante Prashante Sarva, the word that we're putting in that covers the particular aspect of the inner condition that we're working on, followed by Upashamani Swaha. Okay? So the piece that we're putting in this week is Moha. So it goes Shante Prashante Sarva Moha Upashamani Swaha. As I said, these are a little bit longer, so we're only going to be doing a half mala of them. Let's do our Ganeshas, get those out of the way before we move into the main mantra. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. 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 Okay, so I put in the comments the mantra for this time. Remember, it goes Shante Prashante Sarva Moha Upashamani Swaha. Okay? Let's do half a mala of those. Shante Prashanti Sarva Moha Upashamani Swaha. 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 Shanti Prashanti Sarvamoha Pashamani 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 Swaha. Now, when people talk about people who will try to tell you something that is nonsense, and think if they say it enough times and loudly enough, you will believe it, that's called brainwashing. If you allow yourself to be brainwashed, you belong to a cult. That is dangerous, because what they want is for you to not think for yourself anymore. They want you to only believe what they tell you you should believe. And that questioning is somehow immoral. Life is all about questioning. You must never let that go. If you let that go, that means you are relinquishing your personal autonomy to another person. Why would you give up your autonomy to another person? You are free to make your own decisions. Don't let someone tell you how you should be. Don't believe something just because someone you respect says it. Even respected people are wrong. There are times they are wrong. We are not perfect beings. If we were perfect beings, we would not be in form anymore. We would have reintegrated into the divine. I don't want anyone to allow themselves to be caught up in a whirlwind and allow themselves to become a mindless drone in a cult. Maintain your personal freedom to think as you please. That's what this mantra is about. It is about dissolving ignorance and delusion and seeing things clearly. I hope that everyone takes that idea to heart so that they come to their own decisions, not what other people tell them their decisions should be. Next week, we'll work on another specific inner condition. We're sort of building our inner strength, our inner individuality, allowing ourselves to be who we truly are, as opposed to what others think we should be, and dealing with those lesser energetic parts of us, those negative energetic parts of us that we would like to bring to heal. Eliminating that which we can eliminate and integrating the shadow part of ourselves so that we have it under our control. As always, we live stream our services at 6 p.m. every Sunday. We hope to see you either online or in person. We have some upcoming events. We hope to see you all at Pagan Picnic at the end of May, beginning of June. We will have a psychic fair a couple weeks after that. And at the end of July, we're going to have a sound immersion event. And I hope that we will see you in person at one of these events. Until then, until next week, I wish you a good week. Things are supposed to get nicer in the weather. Enjoy it while you can. I will see you then.